welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for watching me every day. Today we are going to learn how to draft corset for a plus size person, someone with a lot of bust, a lot of boobs. Yes. So that's what you are going to learn today. Please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Okay, like and share this video for me. And hey, do well to watch the adverts of this video so that I'll also get some coins to upload more and more videos. Okay, so let's get started. And so what I have here is basic drafting. Okay, so I have, this is my chest line, this is my bust line, this is my under bust, and this is my waistline. Okay, and so what I have here is 2 inches allowance. Okay, and so the width of it is bust divided by 4 plus 5 inches. So the bust we are going to use is 46 divided by 4 is going to be 11.5, and then we added 5 inches to it. So this is a quarter of the measurement. You get it? What you get for front is the same thing you are going to get for back. Okay, and so this is the chest line, and the back here we have a zip allowance of 2 inches. So we'll put the back aside, and then we'll focus on the front one. Okay, so after making all your demarcations, the next thing we are going to do is to place our darts on it. That we are using is 10, which is 5 inches. So we'll place 5 here. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to determine the space between the bust line and the under bust. So this space is 4 inches. And so what you do is when you measure yours, this is 4 inches. So you come to the bust point here, the middle here where the dart is, then you measure 4 inches all round. 4 inches all around. You get it? So I'm going to use compass for this, and I'm going to stand here on the point here and then open it to the 4 inches here. That's the bust point, you see. So this is it. Okay, then I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my darts. Now, because this is for a plus person, a bustier person, we are going to make use of a dart of 3 inches. Okay, so when we come to the under bust, you can decide that the 3 inches, you have 2 inches here getting to the waistline, and then you have 1 inches inside here. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the 3 inches into 2, making 1.5 on each side. So I'll have 1.5 here. Then I have another 1.5 also here. So from there I'll come to the down part here, the allowance part here, and bring the same 1.5 also there. So 1.5 on each side. Okay, so let me join the points. Then we are going to join this 1.5 to the bust point. Here also to the bust point. Hope you get it. Okay, so I'll join this way. Okay, then I'll bring it here also and join it the same. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is when we come to the shoulder slant we have here, I'm going to divide it into 2. Okay, so it's 5 inches, so I'm going to make it 2.5, and I'm going to join it from this point to there. So the next thing I'm going to do is the dots that I have here, this 1.5, 1.5, making 3 inches. I'm going to bring it up here. I'm going to bring it here. Now what I'm going to do is with the upper part here, I'm not going to place 1.5 here, 1.5 here. No, I will rather place 2 inches here, this side, and then place 1 inch here. Now with the 3 inches that I'm going to add 1 to 8 to make it 4. So I'll place 2.5 here, then I'll place 1.5 here. Hope you get it. Once that at the end of the day, when we sew, everything will hold very well being. That is why I'm adding that 1 inch to it. And also this is your breast cap. You see the circle here is your breast cap. You can decide to maintain it this way, or you can choose that you want it to go up a bit. Do you get it? And so when I place it at the shoulder and I measure, the circle here is up to 8, meaning shoulder to where the breast cap will end is 8 inches. And I want it to go up a bit. And so instead of marking at 8 inches, I'm going to make it 7.5. Do you get it? So I'll add ½ inch to it. You can choose to make it 7, add 1 inch to it, because we don't want to expose the skin or any cleavage. But if you don't mind, you can leave it at 8, exactly where it is, or you choose to add ½ inch or 1 inch to it. Okay, so let me make it 1 inch. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so this is where we'll join it. Okay, so I will come to this 1 inch I have here and then place my 2 inches, my 2.5 here. Do you get it? My 2.5 here. And then I'll place my 1.5 also here. Then I'll place my 1.5 also here. So I'm going to join this point to this, and then join this point also to the bust point. Okay. Hope you get it. So this is it. So you see the breast shape. The breast shape, everything is coming out very well. So the next thing that I'll do is I'm going to join this from here, the under bust to the armhole, but I'm going to come down by ½ inch. I will measure from this point 1 inch here, and then from there I'll come down by ½ inch. Yes, you can decide to maintain it like that, but I don't want at the end of the day to be too tight at the armhole area. So ½ inch here, then I'm going to come here by ½ inch also. So I'll come here also by ½ inch, and I'm going to draw a straight line. This line is okay. Now when we come here, you can decide that the neckline you are going to maintain the chest line just as it is, or you can decide to come down by ½ inch or 1 inch or even more, depending on how much you want to expose. But we don't want to expose much, so I'm going to come down by ½ inch here, and then I'll place it here also and measure the same ½ inch, so it's equal, it's exactly the same. I'll come to the bust line here and also measure the same ½ inch, so the same ½ inch also here, and I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, then I'm going to join it straight this way. So we are going to cut it on this point. Hope you get it. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to join this from this point. I'm going to join it to the extension I have here, the dart point I have here. Okay, so I'll just use my curve to do it. Okay, so here is it, and then I'm going to join this also to the armhole here. Do you get it? Okay. I'm just trying to cross check to see if everything is okay. So 1 inch, it seems I've gone too high here, and so I'm going to measure my 1 inch here. Okay, so this is the 1 inch. This one is too high. I went up too much. So this is the 1 inch extension. So this part is not a monk. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I'm going to clean this. So you are going to cut. You don't really need to join it, but I'm going to join so that you understand what I'm doing. Okay, so here is it, you see. And so we have this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to join it from here to meet this. Do you get it? We are going to cut it here instead of this. Do you get it? Then I'm going to join it from here also to the armhole point here. Okay, so this is it, you see. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to add our measurement, place our measurement on it. And so the bust is 46, which is 11.5. I am taking the measurement from the chest line. So 11.5, then we're going to measure what we have in the middle here. And what we have here is 2 inches. So 11.5, we'll add it to the 2 inches to make it 13.5. Then we'll add extra 2 inches to it, making 15.5. The extra 2 inches is for sewing allowance. Okay, and then we'll come to it's the same thing we use for the bust line. So we'll come to the under bust, and we are going to use the waist measurement for it, which is 40, making divided by 4 is going to be 10. Then we are going to add what we have here is 3 inches, so it's going to be 13. And then we will have 2 inches allowance, making 15. And so the same 15, we are going to bring it to the down here. Do you get it? We are bringing it here. Okay, so we are going to join the point. So we are going to join from the chest line to the waist, or the extra allowance we have there. Okay, this is it for the front parts that we are going to cut. Okay, now if you want this type of cap, then that is it. You're going to leave it exactly how it is, then you cut it. But if you want the one that has a curve in between, then we are going to draw that one also. So come to the ½ inch here, and I'm going to measure 2.5 for here, 2.5, and then I'll come to the ½ inch also here and also measure 2.5, same 2.5. Okay, then I'm not going to come to the upper part here, no, I'm going to come to the circle, the actual measurement. Okay, and then from there I'm going to measure 3 inches, 3 inches. So this is it, and so we are going to curve it this way, you see, to meet our 2.5. Okay, so this is it. So it means you're going to cut this upper part. Do you get it? And so this is it. So we are done. We are going to cut it, but before then we are going to label it. So this side is going to be upper 1, then here is going to be upper 2, then this one is going to be down, down 1, and then this one is going to be D2, that's down 2. For that, I'm going to put it aside, and then we'll work on the back one. The back also, we are going to place our darts on it, and then the dart is 5 inches. Come down here by ½ inch, that is the armhole line, just as we did for the front part, ½ inch. Then when we come to the next side, you can choose to maintain this as your neckline. When I measure from here is 9 inches, and so you can choose to maintain, or you can come down by 1 inch, 1.5 or 2 inches, or how deep you want it. I'm going to come down here by 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch. And I'm going to join from the ½ inch to the 1 inch. Okay, so here is it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to place my darts, and then the darts I'm going to measure 0.75 on each side, 0.75 here. You can measure ½ inch and it will be okay. 0.75 also here. Then I'll come to the next side. I'm going to measure quarter inch, quarter inch. Okay, so 0.25 here, and I'm going to measure the same 0.25 also here. Okay, so what I am going to do here is that this zip line, we are going to cut it off, because this time we are going to use loop. Okay, you are going to use loop for it, so you cut this zip allowance off, but we are not going to cut exactly, so we are going to go in more, because when you cut the zip allowance, at the end of the day it's going to meet like this. So we are going to take some inches from it, depending on how much you want to take. I'll come down here and measure 1 inch at the down here, and then when I come here, I'm going to measure 1.5. Okay, 1.5 here. And I'm going to join this 1.5 to this 1 inch. Okay, so the measurement that we are using, that is 46, making 11. Okay, 11.5. I'm placing it on this line, so 11.5. I'm going to add 2 inches allowance to 8, and the ½ inch we have here, so 11.5 here, then the ½ inch making 12, then 2 inches allowance, 1, 2, making 14. And so we are going to leave this like that. Then we'll come to the down here waistline, 40 inches. You see, I've placed it on the zip line, so you don't have to place it here because we are going to cut. No, you have to place it on the zip line. And so 40 inches divided by 4 is going to be 10, plus what I have here, that here is 1.5, so going to be 11.5, then 2 inches allowance, 1, 2, so 13.5 here. Okay, the 2 inches allowance I've added, I'll even later reduce it to 1 inch, the waist measurement. And so this is it, it's a zip line, so that I will not be confused and then turn it. Sometimes you cut and this side, and then that side will confuse you, so just label it. So this is zip line, zip line. So when I cut, I'll know that this one is the zip line, and this is that line. So this one is that line, and this one is waistline or side line. Let me side line. So this is it. Okay, so we can go ahead and cut it. We are going to cut through this. Yes, we are going to cut this off. Okay, so this is it. We are going to use sellotape to glue that. So I'm trying to get it equal from there, so that everything will be equal. It's not going to affect anything, so it's going to be like this, you see. So you place it on your fabric this way and then cut for it. You get it? Okay. Then this is it for the other part also. So this is going to be for here, and this is it, you see. So this is for one breast. So we are going to place these on fabric and then cut out, and then also cut lining and then stitch for it. And so in the next video you will see all that. What you have to do is make sure you add 1/2 inch to all, 1/2 inch here, then 1/2 inch all over this. You take this one also, make sure you add 1/2 inch all round, 1/2 inch all round as your sewing allowance. When you come here, you add 1/2 inch here. This side is the middle, it will be folded into two. You add 1/2 inch here, you add 1/2 inch here. Then when you come here, you add 1/2 inch, you add 1/2 inch all over. And then you come here also, you add 1/2 inch at the dot line, and then the neck area. But the side here, no need for any 1/2 inch. And then when you come here to the zip line or the loop line, you add 1/2 inch to it. And so this is, so I will place this on a fabric and cut and then show it to you. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. Bye bye.